Hey guys, it's Peter Kay, and today is June 17th, and I'm giving you my daily update. So, first of all, it was great that I had a restful weekend. I don't need to tell anybody this, but I'll just say it's good to have a time when you kind of really get away from everything and give your mind a chance to unwind. So, today I'm working on the pitch deck because we had it was a crazy fun meeting today with Open Internet Summer 24 coming on at that board that we were kind of all interacting with and doing post-it notes. It was great. I'm working on a pitch deck, and I wanted to share three things to keep in mind if you're going to be creating some kind of a pitch deck. First, number one, is what you're really doing, and this is like super important and not obvious. When you're creating a pitch deck, when you're making the presentation, one of the goals is, I'd say one of the key goals is what you're really doing is you're not making a pitch to your audience. What you're really doing is you're training your audience on how to make the pitch on your behalf. That's what you want to do, right? Because a lot of times, think about it, whether you're an investor or a developer or somehow if you're going to get involved in this project, right? You're going to get excited about it. And people are going to ask you, hey, so what are you working on now? What's new? And you want to be able to say, oh, I'm working on this really cool project from so-and-so. And they're going to say, well, what is it? And you say, well, it's ... right? You want them to be able to quickly and easily summarize what your project is to get others excited about it too, because people like to brag. Investors like to brag. They like to talk about the things that they're investing in. Developers, right? You want to talk about the cool projects that you're working on. How do you do that? In the pitch, make sure it's simple and concise and very repeatable, viral in a sense. You want to make that pitch viral. So remember, the audience you're really not pitching to the audience. You're really training the audience on how to pitch for you. So that's number one. Number two, customer value. This is kind of an old school thing, but it's just as relevant. One of the things that you got to do is show how your product is a 10 times better experience or in 10 times better value for the customer. 10 times better value for the customer. You need to be able to talk about that and show that. If you can't show a 10x value, you're a startup, it's going to be a hard slog. So that's one thing. And then finally, the third thing that you want to be able to do is to talk about competition. And here's a little twist here on the competition part. I really like Peter Thiel's view, which is you don't want to be going into a competitive industry. That's a formula for shaved margins, low profitability because you're competing. What you really want is a monopoly. So how can what you're building become a monopoly? Like Facebook's a monopoly, Google's a monopoly, Apple's a monopoly. They didn't start out as monopolies, but they became monopolies. How can your project, how can your development, how can your product, how can your protocol become a monopoly? What makes it so powerful and so amazing? It's got this monopoly possibility to it. How can you do that? I think those are about it. Those are the three things I want to share with you. First was you want to be able to pitch the deck to get others to pitch it for you. Two is you want to show a 10x improvement for the customer experience and the customer value. And three is you want to show how you're going to grow this into a monopoly, a dominating organization that's not going to have competitors per se. I do have a sample template pitch deck. If you guys are interested, let me know. I'll post the link in the OIS24 Discord. Let me know about that. I'll be happy to do that. Hope this was valuable to you. See you guys tomorrow. Aloha.